Ladies and gentlemen, space strategy enthusiasts, welcome back to Faster Than Light. We are joined by the crew of the illustrious HMS Maris Piper, which is another potato variety. I was about to say tomato there, not entirely sure why. Anyway, it's me, Captain Orbital Potato. We got Pentahybrid, the human, over here, and we've got Wonderbots, also the human, on this wonderful ship. So without further ado, let's immediately get cracking and see what we have got in store. As ever, you're going to be using patrons' names for additional crewmates. So look forward to seeing a couple of friendly faces around as we acquire some more crew. Where did we go wrong, and what do we want to change in this run? It's a great question, honestly. One that deserves a full and comprehensive answer. I hope that I'm going to be able to provide it. First of all, this is a horrific fight. It's good, but also terrible. We're immediately going to be faced with a missile, and it's immediately going to take out a system and deal 1 point of damage. Thankfully, though, we are able to take that missile down. Yeah, cool. Right, so what I want to do on this occasion is change tack a little bit. We need to be optimizing for what is consistently destroying us. I don't even know why I'm not doing damage here. We need to optimize for what is consistently destroying us, and that is missiles. Missiles are brutal. They really, really are. By the way, Penta, you're gonna be operating the shields, not the engine, because I've got a plan for missiles over the course of... I keep forgetting to shoot him. I got a plan for missiles over the course of this run. In fact, there are two plans. Oh! Video game. Video game? Oh, that is so good. Oh, that is so good. A flat cannon immediately off the bat. After we had such a positive experience with a flat cannon last time, I gotta be honest, I'm very, 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 very chuffed with that. Like, that is exceptional news. I'm finding it difficult to express exactly how I feel about that, because I feel very, very positively about it, that's for sure. Okay, let's head to this beacon, then we'll head back to the store, just to see if there's anything interesting. Ooh, this is interesting. It's a Zoltan shield. A Zoltan shield in the first instance. It's probably more effective if we use the flat cannon to try and wipe that out. We can also charge up the Artemis just to be on the safe side, although the Artemis missile cannot penetrate this shield. But the flat cannon is a surefire way to wear it down fairly effectively, actually. Totally fine with that. We're taking a lot of hull damage. Anyway, how do I want to solve the missile conundrum? Well, there are actually two ways that we can go about doing it. And there we go. Let's launch that, and then we're immediately going to launch that. Excellent. And we take the missile launcher offline, which is excellent. Now that we've done that, I think that the flak cannon is probably outlived its usefulness. Its charge time is so darn good, though, so it really is great. Let's leave hybrid in the pentahybrid in the shields. Excellent. Okay, and then just keep on pounding the weapons. Anyway, the strategy, what we're going to be doing in order to mitigate against missiles. Two options, right? We've got two options. We've either got the opportunity to buy a drone system. We can buy a drone system and a defense drone, and that'll shoot down the missiles, or at least have a chance of shooting down the missiles. Or, which I think is my preferred option, is to see if we can try and acquire a cloaking system. That would be amazing. They are very, very expensive, though, and therefore probably a bit of a concern. Drone control is here straight off the bat. Drone recovery arm. Don't love that, to be honest. Hacking stun. I mean, we don't have a hacking system anyway. Combat drone, defense drone, anti-ship fire drone. I like that a lot. A burst laser Mark 1 for 50 scrap. That is brutally expensive. To be honest, there is nothing here that I'm really particularly interested in. Maybe the shield charger booster. I also like the idea of the drone recovery arm, to be honest. Non-destroyed drones will be retrieved when jumping, allowing their parts to be reused. I mean, that's like a significant enough... That's a significant enough augment that would perhaps define a run if we got it this early. Unfortunately, I don't have the cash unless I sell either well, my Artemis launcher or indeed my flat cannon. I wouldn't mind getting rid of the Artemis launcher, to be honest. That's not the end of the world. I would love a drone control, though. Like, a drone control unit is really what I'm interested in. I think maybe we just pick up the shield charger booster. I think maybe the shield charger booster just gives us the most flexibility, right, to determine where the heck we want to take this run. Because really, it could go either way. It could go either way. I think keeping the options open of perhaps getting a cloaking system, perhaps getting a drone control system, it's good. It's good, you know. It's good to keep your options open, is what I think we should be saying at this early stage of the game. Okay, what do we got here? This is a nasty setup. We're gonna charge our Artemis weapon. This enemy combat drone is a little laser boy, and we know the dangers. We know the dangers of the fast-firing laser boy here. Yeah, so this ion cannon is gonna do a significant amount of damage. Yep, there you go. And then immediately again on the drone. Nice. Okay. The missile did miss, but that's okay. The burst laser did enough of a job to stop the drone from actually firing. So we only lost a little tiny bits of HP. But I mean, that's quite a lot of HP for the first sector, to be brutally honest. Like, it feels like a lot anyway. This guy is like no threat to me. The auto assault vehicle is no threat to me at all. We are completely fine. Let's deactivate the shields, and then we can go for whatever the heck we want. We sure as heck ain't gonna target the weapons, because that is just about the least effective thing on the ship there. Take out that, and then we'll take out the drones one more time, and that should result in success. I'm hoping that the drone doesn't manage to get magically auto-repaired before the ship ends up going down, but thankfully we get across the line. Excellent. Good stuff. Let's move on. Sure. You know what? Let's chance it. Let's chance it. It's a little bit close to enemy lines, but that's fine. You're immediately contacted by a settlement. Hello, travelers. Your ship seems to be outfitted for combat. Care to take up a bit of mercenary work? Yes, I will absolutely do that. Please. I would very, very much relish the opportunity. Okay, first of all, my shields are down at this moment in time, which is a little bit funky. This doesn't particularly look like a difficult to tackle ship. I'm going to swap out the flat cannon, just because I can. It's got a slightly faster charging time. We'll immediately fire it. Yeah, you know, it's not a very accurate weapon, but that's okay. I also didn't read the flavor text of the mission that was being sent me. That I was being sent on. But I gotta be honest, I don't think I'm really worried by this encounter, unless I'm perhaps missing something that is... I'm perhaps missing something which is blindingly obvious, perhaps. Yeah, I mean, look, this is one of those ships that we could end up just, like, vetting our entire crew. You win, we're not cut out for this. Let them live and return to the settlement. Yes, cool, let's do it. Nice, burst laser Mark 1. That is not too bad at all. Shots per charge 2. So it's slightly worse, but again, gives us the versatility that we're sort of after, and even if we don't want it, we can always sell it, and it'll raise a pretty bit of scrap or two. Okay, what do we got here? Hacking. Hacking the weapon system would be good. Weapons pre-igniter is great, but nowhere on this earth is there a chance that I'm going to be able to afford that. To be honest, I don't think that there's anything that I'm really after here. Mind control, I don't know. Maybe I'm just rating it poorly, but I don't like it. I don't like it one little bit. The burst laser Mark 1, I think, to be honest, I'll keep for now. It's inferior in every way to the burst laser level 2. But that is what it is. Crew teleporter as well. That's also miles outside of our price range. So we're going to have to move on. We're going to have to move on. Right, what do we got here? A flak and just a basic weapon. Basic burst laser. I think that's fine, actually. Let's see if we can... What, target the weapons, I guess? Sure. I don't know why I'm holding the Artemis. I also don't know why I'm holding the flak. Why I'm using the flak. The flak is the fastest firing of all of our weapons. Okay, you know what? After the flak fires next time, if we can't hit a shot with a flak, then we're gonna just swap it on over to the burst laser. Yeah, there we go. Okay, finally we hit the weapons. Excellent. It does leave us somewhat vulnerable. Let's see if we can get Captain Potato and everyone actually in here as quickly as we possibly can. Yeah, didn't want that to happen. We were very close, in fact. We were very, very scarily close to pulling that maneuver off, i.e. moving everyone into the shields and fixing the shields before the weapon system was able to get a shot off in our direction. But you know what? We didn't pull it off, so here I am with egg on my face, eh? Accept their offer of surrender. I'm afraid that I'm after scrap right now. Oh, this is such a juicy target. I really want to get a run that I can justify taking a whole bunch of weapons that do crew damage as opposed to hull damage and ship damage, because that is where my real passion lies. It is suffocating unsuspecting crews. That sounds really horrible when you put it like that, but I didn't mean it that way, I promise. Okay, what do we got here? Laser, and that's about it, really, in terms of threateningness. I'm gonna keep my Artemis online just in case. This crew teleporter, this crew teleporter is a bit of an inconvenience, to be honest, but nothing more than that. I forgot, by the way, that my doors are completely garbage, and therefore shouldn't worry about it. Is it worth firing my Artemis? You know what? I don't think it actually is. Yeah. Okay, so the doors ended up going down, but I ended up landing great shots. Great shots on the enemy weapons there. Let's repair doors, I guess. If I repair doors, then that'll put us in a slightly better position. Wander. You know what? Don't repair doors. Wander, get in here. Toggle oxygen off, and then toggle health on. Burst laser is firing and repressing the weapons. Excellent. Hold on. Send everyone back to their respective positions. Send Penta over to the doors. Excellent. And we'll see if we can just continue to deal damage to the weapon systems, because that's where they're accumulating. They're all accumulating in the weapon system. Actually, tell a lie. You saw right there, oops. You saw right there the doors opened and they presumably headed back to the cockpit. Aha! Aha ha ha! How good is this? This is very, very good. Okay. I think that we just want to wait these guys out, to be honest. There's no chance that they're going to repair their weapons. There is no healing station. There's no way for them to replenish their HP. There's no way for them to come back to life with the cloning station. Let's just use this as an opportunity, perhaps, to heal up the entirety of the team. Potato, you're already at max level. Let's keep an eye on things over here. The one thing that I am a little bit concerned about is that when the system is destroyed, it takes a hull point with it. And that is a real pain in the backside because we've only got 4 hull points to go through. But at the same time, it also, usually anyway, nets us larger rewards, much larger rewards in fact, if you can manage to asphyxiate a crew. So that's what I kind of hope that we're going to be able to do. There we go, down to 3 hull points. I think we kind of have to adapt. Oh, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn on the burst laser. I'm going to turn on the burst laser 1 for a very, very targeted shot, because one shot is going to hit the shield. The next shot is going to hit the room. Okay. Let's give this a shot. 1, 2. Excellent. We will not accept surrender. No. Okay, so we didn't actually manage to kill that individual there. We can try again, but it's a high risk, high reward sort of situation. Because I don't really want to damage the system. But then again, this system is probably going to end up damaged, and we're probably not going to get anything out of this engagement, so... Fire on the shield. Oh, we damaged the shield, and that... Okay, fine, yeah. It was a Hail Mary sort of situation. We were trying our very best to min-max there. It didn't work out for whatever reason, but you know what? Next time it will, or the time after that, and that's why we're going to make sure that we keep on trying to make these plays. Okay, Burst Laser is absolutely garbage for this situation. The Artemis is very, very much going to be engaged. The Burst Laser is going to be engaged. Burst Laser Mark II, that is. We've also got some chump who's decided to teleport into the engine room. Honestly, great place to go, buddy. Great place to go. Very, very happy about the decision-making process there. You decided to wallop yourself in the face. I mean, look, as decisions go, that's a good one. I can be happy with that. You actually did damage to your own crewmates. Okay, the weapons have been taken out entirely. Let's focus down the shields now. Accept their offer. 5 missiles is nothing to sniff at. I care about scrap though. Okay, Penta, can we get you into this this combat engagement, please? Thank you, my dude. I do not care about that teleportation back. It's not a big deal at all. There we go. Excellent. 3 fuel, 2 missiles. So we actually end up coming out of there with a decent number of missiles anyway. We'd certainly be looking to hit up an early shop on the next beacon. There we go. Right to the med bay, please. Potato, you are, of course, sitting pretty up in the cockpit up there. No chance of you getting into any scuffles. No chance at all. Alright, so far so good. As I say, we're going to see if we can try and hit up an early shop early on the next floor. I say the next floor. You know what I mean. Ooh. Could I see what these crew members are capable of doing? I would dearly love to see what they can do. Alright, screw it. Let's go for you. What have you got? What have you got? Are you good? You're not good. You're bad. You're very, very bad. Okay, well, you know what? Martin of Iron. I'm gonna do it with spaces. Of Iron. There you go. So you can get named Iron. Cool name. Welcome on board. Welcome, welcome, welcome on board. I'm gonna deploy you, perhaps controversially, to the sensor array. I'm not sure how I feel about that decision, to be honest. May very well end up regretting it. We'll have to wait and see. I may just want to sort of move you to a traditional room where you can be improved. Oh, this is garbage. Okay, this is a problem. There's also no oxygen in the system, in the enemy ship, in the Lanius Scout, which is a bit of a problem, but that's okay. Is there any benefit at all to having iron in the sensor array here? No. So get to the engine room as quickly as you possibly can. Looks like they're being pounded with asteroids fairly sincerely, which is great. Honestly, the more that happens, the happier I am. Wander is stressed by a little bit of a breach there. It's actually pretty important as breaches go, because that weapons room is very important for us. Please, no more missiles. Okay. Oh my goodness. That shield was very necessary. Very, very necessary. As shields go, in an asteroid belt, I mean, I cannot stress to you how necessary a shield actually is. I suspect that you have probably a full understanding of exactly how necessary these shields are, if indeed you see the damage that they are doing. Okay, you know what? I should just target down the enemy shields. Accept their offer. We will not accept surrender. That is a little bit of a low offer, I'm afraid. Sorry, mate. Sorry. It's gotta be. There we go. Okay, the asteroid takes him out. Prophetic, in a sense. That is marginally more scrap than we were offered in the bargain, but unfortunately not much. Right, let's get everyone Let's get everyone healed up, and then let's get out of here. Obviously, we don't want to stick around in this area any longer than we need to. It is brutal. Who's our repair? Who's our repair crew? Okay, this is the repair crew. Penta, and Martin of Iron. Let's do this. Let's go. Alright. And then back to your positions. You can get assigned a position over here. Let's save the crew positions like so. And then before we finish up, let's move everyone back to the med bay just so that we can be healed up as quickly as we possibly can. Please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then we'll get out of here. I promise. There we go. Okay, good. Jump. Let's go. Let's head... Let's head here. Let's head here. Again, we probably want to be moving to... Ooh. Let's attack him. Sure. Let's give him a little taster of what we offer here on the HMS Maris Piper. That's right. Okay, so far this is looking like a very, very good ship to be going up against. Holy cow, that evasion was insane. I don't think that those bombs do damage to our hull, which is great. Oh man, beautiful hit there actually. So we don't need to worry about hull damage here. We do need to worry about system damage and therefore hull damage. Yes, 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 I know. But, you know, in general, system damage, not something that we're going to be overly concerned with over the course of this engagement. 69 scrap, of course, the fabled amount of scrap. We're not going to accept surrender, unfortunately. I really would love a scrap recovery arm. I really would love a store, actually. A store in general would be fantastic right about now. When we've got lots of capital, a store is always good to happen across in the wild. 31 scrap, bringing us up to an even 100 scrap-a-doodles. Just what we like to see. Okay, so we're gonna jump to just about the end of the sector. I think we're gonna see exactly if there is a store. We're close to a pulsar. Bit of a concern to me, obviously. Fire the missile off as quickly as we can. Good stuff. Their missile is coming in at me. Oh, the missile misses. That's the greatest news that I think I've had all day. Let's use this as an opportunity to keep up the pressure on their shields. So we're just going to immediately annihilate their shields. That pulsar really, really, really helped. And another beautiful miss. Okay, I mean, that was very, very, very fortuitous. And, wow, okay, so 2 really, really key misses saved a huge, 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 huge amount of hull damage. Another 30 scrap engagement there. That's very, very nice. So that went just about as well as we could possibly have hoped. That was really very, very good indeed. No sign of a store, though, which is a bit of a problem. What do we got here? The opportunity to harvest a vessel. Well, you know what? Let's attempt to harvest some for ourselves. What is this? That's a flat cannon, and it is a heavy burst laser, or whatever the heck it's called. The big heavy laser, the one that looks green. You know the one. Okay, gonna fire the Artemis off because it is pretty important that I stop the second attack of that flat cannon, because it can do hull damage. Hull damage, as I've talked about at length, is the real limiting factor to our runs here. So it's like anything that we can do to try and mitigate against that is what we will do, frankly. Is what we will do. So we're still hoping for that. We're still hoping for that cloaking system. We're still hoping for that drone unit with a defense drone. That's what we're after, you know. This is the sort of key stuff that we need in order to make this run a success, or at least that's what I think. Investigate the debris fields. Excellent. Okay, a double whammy there. A distress beacon. We'd have seen if there was a store around here, so there must be a couple of stores either up here, up there, or up here. So we got to try and head up as much as we possibly can. Again, not spending any scrap. Leave the Rockmen to their fate. No, if there is another ship at the mercy of an enemy, then we will always intervene, because there is always a good chance that we will get an extra couple of rewards from the civilian ship, Okay, very, 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 very good hit there. Let's draft in Martin of Iron here to see if we can try and repair as quickly as we possibly can. Hopefully we can bring the Burst Laser online before we need to bring the Artemis online. Excellent. Wander, do I want to heal you up? You're probably going to be fine in this encounter anyway, so let's not worry about it too much. It was a way to say, really love to reassign that shot after I've made it. See if I could reassign it onto the weapons, because that will become a concern. Either way, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. We can hopefully get to the weapons before the shields are able to fix themselves. 23 scrap, contact the Rockman. Okay, so 50 scrap from that encounter. It makes it entirely worthwhile. Okay, I think that we can afford to continue to explore before heading to the store. It may very well be worth. Am I worried by this? I'm not actually worried about this. Not actually worried about this. With any luck, the heavy laser will fire before the ion cannon, and therefore I'll be completely fine. Yeah, there we go. Excellent. So that basically ensures that I will be totally fine on this fight. As long as the heavy cannon had a chance of firing. Oh, really? That was very unfortunate. As long as the heavy cannon hit the shields in the first instance, then we would be fine. Even if the ion blast comes in later, it hits the shields, keeps them disabled or whatever. Okay, let's reassign our burst laser. It might be worth spending an Artemis missile if we miss this shot. We didn't miss that shot. Excellent. That's still only one single weapon. The engine has been completely disabled, so it's going to take 2 repair cycles in order to get that back up to working condition. And of course, by the time that it's able to get back to working condition, we've managed to sort it out. Fleet delayed by 1 jump. Honestly, that's quite nice. A double store whammy. To be honest, I think I'm going to hit up this store, then over here, then to this store. And I think that is going to give us the maximum viewing pleasure of all of the wares. Sure. Right, what do we got here? More crew. I don't think I'm really after crew. If I buy this drone control system, purchase comes with a free system repair drone. I mean, that's kind of garbage, actually. I don't think that there is anything that I like here at all. In fact, I think that I actively dislike this. I think I actively dislike this shop. It might be worth me picking up the backup battery just because it's here. But there really is nothing of value there. I mean, look, I want a drone system, but I would much rather have a cloaking system. A cloaking system is much more powerful, in my opinion. It's also more expensive. There's nothing there, okay? So it turns out that was a waste of fuel, but, you know, we'd have to use 1 fuel in order to jump into the gap between the stores anyway. Okay, what do we got here? This is a Lanius. Drains oxygen from rooms, slows movement, but no damage from lack of oxygen. Okay, very, very interesting. I'm immediately thinking that this would be a very, very powerful combination if we were to have a boarding party. What do we got here? A small bomb. Self-teleporting explosive that damages systems and crew, but not the hull. Can target your own ship, 10% fire chance. Only requires 1 power, but it does require a missile, which is a little bit of a bummer. The halberd beam. Slow but reliably powerful standard beam. 80% fire chance. I think I'm interested in a fire beam, to be honest. Defense scrambler. Enemy defense drones from targeting anything. I might actually like this shop less than I like the first shop. Right, sell that. Pick up the fire beam. Fix 40. Yep. And then we're going to go into our ship overlay. We're going to upgrade by 2. Yep, that's going to bring us down to 57 scrap. It's a big investment, but it allows us to use either the flat cannon or the beam. Yeah, I think that that's the right play. I think that that's the right play there. The next upgrade is very, very definitely the shield. Very, very, very definitely the shield. Sell 10 missiles for 30 scrap. To be honest, I'm actually interested in that. I'll take that deal, to be honest, because that'll allow me to do that. Excellent. That's very, very good. And so that allows me, with a little bit of toggling, a little bit of creative toggling, you know, from time to time, should allow me to get a second level of shield relatively freely. I'm gonna head over here. You know what? We still got time. We still got time. We can still do it. Might be nothing, but it might be something. Okay, what do we got? Again, we don't have that one system. That one system to stop damage of damage coming in from missiles. That is where my concern still is. Right, I think the fire beam is much more effective for dealing with low-level shields and low-level shielded ships. We'll charge the Artemis up, even though I don't really think that we'll need it. The burst laser is what we're going to use to penetrate the shields. Wander is about to vet, actually. He'll probably vet over the course of this fight. Missile damage might be incoming, but that's fine. Okay, good. We take out the missile. That's pretty much exactly how I hoped that would go. And now what we're going to do is we're actually going to target the burst laser on the shields. That's right. So if we're able to take the shields out, then that would be exceptional. We don't manage to do that, but that's okay. Good stuff. I suspect that we've ended up causing a fire here. That's what I hope anyway. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to send Martin of Iron right into the scanner room, so we can see exactly what the heck is happening over here. Okay, it's not as interesting as I thought it would be. Not as interesting as I thought it would be, unfortunately. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to fire the burst laser on the weapon room. And then we're going to use the fire beam to see if we can try and create fire across, hopefully, 3 different rooms. Now, there is still the fire in the other room, which is great, looking good. The weapon that I fear the most has... Oh, look at that. The weapon that I fear the most has been turned back on, so we got to make sure that we hit the weapon room pretty darn hard. Excellent. It's worth noting, by the way, that the fire beam doesn't actually do any hull damage. So we're just going to hopefully cause as many fires as we possibly can. Oh, we've caused a fire in the... Well, everywhere, actually. This feels really, really good. I'm not going to accept their offer for missiles because I want the scrap. Okay, we ended up taking 1 point of hull damage there. Maybe, if we're fortunate, if we are very, very fortunate, then we might just be able to... win this fight without firing another shot. To be honest, I actually rate my chances. I don't think they're going to be able to repair the oxygen area. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a tricksy situation for them, I would suspect. Yeah, oh, look at that. Look at that. Okay, so the oxygen level everywhere is just plummeting. It really is. The shield is also damaged. Oxygen, oxygen, oxygen. What can I do about this? Not very much. See, my burst laser fires 3 charges, and unless I miss one of the shots, I'm going to end up killing him. So I don't really want to end up doing anything like that. We just got to hope that they decide to swap out the... Oh, they did. Yeah, okay. Is there any way that I can go about fixing this? I don't know. The good news is that they don't seem to want to commit to fixing the oxygen. But you see, the thing is that I think that they have to commit to fixing the oxygen. If they don't commit somebody's life to fixing the oxygen, then they're gonna die. This is the poor sod that has been relegated to fixing the oxygen. And it's not enough. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Oh, no. Okay, 28 scrap. That was quite nice. That was quite nice. That was pretty good. Yeah, we got ahead. We got ahead. We got ahead. We can't risk coming into contact with the enemy. It is a worry. Okay, nothing of interest at the sector endpoint. Let's head to the pirate-controlled sector. Again, I suspect that there is, some level of min-maxing to be done with regards to where the heck... what's the best way to go here? Definitely up here, I think. Again, gives us more ability to see what the heck is going on. have the potential of running into an early shop. Right. Yes, is there a way to min-max? Well, it depends, really. It depends entirely. Okay, thankfully, we managed to get a hit in there. I think we're fine. The fire beam is actually super ineffective here because we don't need to cause a fire in this ship. This scavenger, this auto surveyor, auto scavenger, whatever the heck it's called. We'll walk our Martin of Iron up to see what the situation is. Yeah, you can see the area is completely oxygen deprived. There is literally no point. Literally no point in using a fire beam. Oh, look at that. We created a fire. And it's useless. Let's hammer the engine. Right, this engine has got a lot of strength, got a lot of gumption, got a lot of beans, as they say. Not enough beans to survive. All right, nice. Let's continue to move on. Distress beacon. See, the funny thing about distress beacons is that I don't know. Is it a higher risk, higher reward sort of situation? Once you arrive at the location of the distress call for a civilian ship, thanks for responding to our beacon. Our FTL navigation has gone haywire and we can't plot a course to the nearest depot to get it fixed. Could you lead us there? Of course. I'm very happy to do that. And you give me 17 scrap. You do ask me to go up there, so... You know what? We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll go up there right now. We'll immediately do it. Ooh. Try to be a hero, attack the pirate. I like this. I like this. Again, anytime that there is an unknown vessel, as the game puts it, in this situation, it's always good if you can go into the fray and see if you can try and save a civilian or something. It would be good, you know. Okay, so we are gonna have a border on board soon. Am I really worried about the weapons the enemy's got? Heck yeah, I'm worried about the weapons that the enemy's got. It's obscene. Right, hopefully we're gonna be able to stop the destruction of the oxygen system before it occurs. Excellent, we are. I'm gonna move... Yeah, I'm gonna move somebody into... No. Keep you in the shield room. Keep you in the shield room. Okay, did we hit with the weapon? Okay, burst laser in there. Fine. Oh, flippin' heck. Wander, get out of there. Get out of there, bud. Get out of there. Get out of there. Get out of there. Okay, we did do damage. We did do damage. The weapon system is taking damage, which is good to see. It's very good to see. Our weapon system has also suffered an unfortunate setback, I would say. The good news is that we can devote some resources to healing up our crewmates. Let's continue to throw the burst lasers onto... Oh, beautiful hit there. Beautiful, beautiful hit. Beautiful, beautiful hit. Yeah, continue to throw our burst lasers onto the weapon system. Keep that repressed. Or suppressed, I should say. Keep the burst laser online, that's still what I'm after. And to be honest, if we're able to hit one more shot here, we can kill Joel. Poor Joel. But yeah, we can destroy him here. Accept the more generous bribe and leave. I'm afraid that's a negatory from me, my dude. Yeah, Joel's going down. I think Joel is going to sacrifice himself here. There is no HP. There is no HP station, so there is no way that they can replenish their HP. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, 2 fuel... 1 missile, 30 scrap, and 23 from the grateful civilian ship. We've come across a shop as well, which is good. We're gonna head up here. We're ambushed by a rebel ship. Honestly, not necessarily the biggest problem in the world. I think that we can absolutely deal with this. Right. Cool. All right, we're gonna see if we can try and deplete the ship's crew. Let's open up with a missile. Good hit. Immediately disabling the flat cannon. The engine being down, honestly, is not a huge problem. Not a huge problem, even slightly. Right. I want to see if we can target the shields here. But it doesn't really matter as long as we're able to deal damage. I would love to actually be able to target the O2. Yeah. Oh, that is the most brutal. That is the most brutal fire beam that I think I've ever seen. If the shields get taken out, that would be excellent. Yeah, so I'm actually going to just help the shields get taken out just a little bit faster, because if with the shields down, we can just go absolutely ham with the fire beam. And the great thing about fire is that fire forces the enemy. Fire forces the enemy to put the fire out first before they address the, you know, the concern of the system. Also, there are 3 hull pips remaining. There are only 2 systems remaining. As long as we don't fire a weapon, we should be fine, and we should guarantee ourselves an asphyxiation victory here, which is very, very nice indeed. This is kind of the build that I was going for. All it took was being offered, you know, like a really, really good weapon, and that will dictate the the route that we take over the course of a certain run. Honestly, the fact that oxygen, the oxygen is down, not a problem, to be honest. Oh, please die before. Oh, thank God. Thankfully, the crew died before the shields were able to be taken out. All right. You know what? That's a good amount of scrap. I don't think that we can really be too displeased with that. It's a little bit irritating that it was an ambush in the first place, but you know, that's fine. Okay. Is this flak worthy? I don't think it's flak worthy. I think that we still... Is that it? Oh no, you've got a weapon just hidden around the corner there, but to be honest, but I don't think that we're in too much of a dangerous position. Also, I didn't even notice that the engine had been destroyed and everyone's on like half HP, which is a very, very bad thing in general. Okay, so I'm not going to worry too much about the... Right, Penta, get out of there. Cool. Right, burst laser. Let's go burst laser on the weapon systems. Maybe we'll be able to take out like one weapon or whatever. Keeps us in a slightly better position. Take out the engine entirely. The engine does not need to be doing what it's doing. That's totally fine. Right. Wander, you are now my primary concern. Penta, you can get back in here. Nice. Good job, buddy. Good job. The shields are impregnable. With just two shots being fired, we don't need to worry about that at all. We need to focus our weapons on the shield now. And then we fire beam. It's good. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. The weapon systems have been disabled entirely. Excellent. There's plenty of HP to go. The shields are probably going to be taken out by the fire, which is great, because that gives us a real opportunity to just fire beam as much as we possibly want to. Also, they've made it even easier by deciding to send another crew member, and by lucky coincidence, Penta Hybrid just happens to be sitting in the... Oh, it's a great shot. Just happens to be sitting in the door room, which is fantastic. Okay, I love how they're prioritizing the weapons repair. To me, that is just brilliant. Like, that is just so useless and so ineffectual that it doesn't even matter. You need to worry about your oxygen, guys. Like, you need to seriously worry about your oxygen. The oxygen system has now been taken out, so it's just a case of... How the heck did that get through? Oh my god, I didn't even notice, but they actually managed to straight up get their weapon systems back online. Alright. I mean, it's chaos. It's absolutely chaos for them. Absolutely chaos for them. If they don't die by fire, they're gonna die by, They're gonna die by oxygen deprivation, which is excellent. I mean, it's not excellent, but it's about as excellent as it gets for me. Penta, you're over here. Yeah, you can go and heal up a little bit. Okay. Fire beam. Honestly, why let up? That's right. If your health bay goes down, you're gonna be in trouble, aren't you? I thought as much. But there ain't no oxygen. There ain't no oxygen to save you. No siree. All of the remaining oxygen is being consumed by the fiber. The fiber? The fire. Hey, look at that. We managed to get ourselves a brand new crewmate. Completely for free. Excellent. Well, you know what? Welcome on board. Welcome on board, Marcel. Congratulations. That's great. Okay, let me send everyone back to their original positions. Marcel, you need to be renamed. Of course. Excellent. Now, you don't have any special skills. You don't have any special skills, but that's okay. You can still chill out over here. You will be our door. You will be our door and camera controller. Very, very important jobs, actually. Very, very, very highly important jobs. And so you are going to help us really optimize our killing capability. That's right. It sounds horrible to say, but it's true. You are going to literally help do that. Okay, I thought we'd just take on one final beacon before we head to the shop, eh? I know, it's just one last beacon, each and every time. But what can I say? I can't help myself. Okay, I need to move into the door area. There we go. Cool. Let's immediately deoxygenate this area. To be honest, I should just fight. I should just fight in here. What have they got, by the way, weapon-wise? An ion and a... Is that a burst laser Mark 1? If that only fires 2 shots, then we might just be able to sustain ourselves from taking some serious damage. Okay, I'm gonna throw caution to the wind, take my engines off. Take my engines off cooldown. That was a little bit gnarly. Didn't like that. Okay, you know what? Screw it. Just fight it out in here. I should have fought in the first aid room, but that's fine. Also, flippin' heck, I did not notice, but those ion, that ion pulsar thing took out the shields. That is probably just about as good as it gets for me. Okay, brilliant. So we disable the weapons. We disable the weapons with our burst laser. Brilliant. The fire beam hopefully wreaks havoc. Let's have a little look-see. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's so unbelievably good. Okay, this is probably just about the best fighting condition for us, to be honest. Okay, my system did get zapped. My weapon system, that is, did get zapped. But that's okay. Penta, head on over here. Let's charge you up. Full HP, please. The med bay is down. Obviously, not ideal. Everyone back to where you should be, please. Artemis missile, let's get you turned off, and let's get the fire beam reactivated as soon as we can. Burst laser as well. It's a little insurance policy there. To be honest, though, this is looking and feeling good. The oxygen system, no doubt will be going down. That rock is actually a little bit of a problem because I've completely neglected to mention, but is actually immune to fire. Okay, my weapon system didn't end up going down. His shield did end up going down, though. Oh, that's a real shame for him. Okay, fire in the oxygen system, and he immediately teleports into my shield room and immediately dies. Okay, brilliant. The unfortunate thing here is that we're gonna have to wait until Weston succumbs to asphyxiation because the fire just can't touch him. He's too hot to handle. He is too hot to handle. 9 HP of glory. You know what? I'm gonna chance it. Weston, there you go. Get shot. Cool. 41 scrap. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. We can go to the store quite safely now. We're at 0.75%. 0.75%? Yeah, that's a new measurement. A new measurement of reality. Oh, it's so good. 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 Okay, what do we got on page 2? To be honest, I like a lot. I like a lot that's going on here. The cloaking system is an insta-purchase, right? Like, don't get me wrong. It's an insta-purchase. We absolutely need it. The weapon pre-igniter is also phenomenal. Like, a fire beam instantly is so freaking good that I kind of want to see if I can try and stretch for it. I just can't, though. I can't. I can't. I tell you what, I'll go here. I can always come back to the store if I get, by some miracle, like, what, 40 scrap? I mean, that's what I would need. That's what I would need to get a weapon pre-igniter. Anyway, he's got missile. I should probably explain exactly what a, he's got missiles. I should probably explain exactly what a weapons, a cloaking thing does. Cloaking system basically adds 60 evasion, which is really, really nice, because it takes us up to almost certainly will dodge territory. So what we're going to do is we instantly cloak as soon as the missile is fired. We almost guarantee the fact that we will dodge that missile, which is really, really great. The charge time is extensive, though. Like, it takes a long time. Then we'll fire beam. Okay. That was a little bit less effective than I wanted it to be honest. I didn't really anticipate being hit by a second missile there. That kind of does suck. But that's okay. We'll definitely take it offline here. No, unfortunately, I'm interested in asphyxiation and asphyxiation only. Yeah, sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm not entirely sure if I can afford to burst laser again. I think I have to. I need to take out the shields. I need to create more ways for my fire to spread. My health station did manage to get destroyed, unfortunately. Oxygen is probably going to end up going down, but that's okay. Hopefully the oxygen deteriorates fast enough to deplete the fire. I mean, if I dodge this, can I dodge this? Can I stealth this? I somehow don't think so. No. However, it did happen in a very okay place. I really want that weapon pre-igniter. I really, really, really want that weapon pre-igniter. You know what? Okay, first of all, we're on fire. It's a bit of a problem. I'm pretty sure the Artemis, or whatever the heck the missile is called, I'm pretty sure the Artemis sells for... Pretty sure it sells for 19. I think that I can afford the pre-igniter. I think this is the play here. Pre-igniter, so we need just a little bit more. Artemis sells for 19. That's okay. We didn't really want it anyway. We get the pre-igniter. Brilliant. And we jump on and we get out of the way of the oncoming fleet easily. Okay, intervene to defend the outpost. I'm a little bit apprehensive about this fight. This is the first time that we're going to not have the missile backup. What the flippin' heck is up with this ship? Holy cow. Well, that is an obscene amount of damage. Also, my capability to use the fire beam is diminished. Unfortunate, because the flak weapon is going to have to charge. It's not very long, though. 4 flippin' weapons, 2 ion cannons. That'll get through both of my levels of shield. Thankfully, I've got a cloaking system. I've also got a burst laser that is ready to rock and roll. Of course, it did absolutely nothing. It did absolutely nothing, which is just great. Just fantastic. Right, we're going to immediately dodge those, in fact, 4 shots, which is very, very good, in fact. Let's also flak this burst laser. Just hit it with everything we've got. Great. We take down half of the things. Half of the things that are the problem. We're still, like, getting hit with, like, a tremendous amount of junk. Keep up the pressure here. Great. A really, really good hit. Okay, so that is just an ion cannon there. That's excellent. We can afford to take things just a little bit more gently now. Okay, we did end up taking a little bit of hull damage, but to be honest, given the circumstances, I'm not really sure we could have been expected to do anything. To do any better than that. Okay, good. We'll talk a little bit about cloaking upgrades in a little bit, but the fact that we've now got a pre-igniter in combination with like 3 weapons, which are really rather good, I'm happy about. I'm really, really happy about, to be honest. The flak cannon could do with being upgraded to a level 2 flak cannon, but, you know, let's not get greedy. It's still a pretty bloomin' good weapon, isn't it? Still a pretty bloomin' good weapon. Nice. Okay, good amount of scrap there. Let's move everyone back. Penta. Let's get everyone into the med bay so that we can get it, so that we can get everyone healed up as quickly as we possibly can. Can't go wrong with a little bit of healing goodness. Excellent. Okay, so far so good. Little bit low on the old hull integrity, but again, that's okay. Right, you know what? I think we can actually afford to go to this beacon before moving on to the exit, which I think is exactly what we're going to go and do. Aid the civilian ship. Okay, stupidly, I decided to keep the flat cannon up. Maybe, honestly, that's a good play in the first instance. What have they got? They do have the potential to destroy me, but not much. Not much potential. Okay. Flat cannon. Let's flat cannon again. Sure. Let's do that. Nice. Good hit there, actually. Good hit. Okay, so as long as we hit the shields at least once, then we should be fine. I'm kind of hopeful that we might be able to asphyxiate here. Good kill there. Hey, that's a great shot, actually. Right, Firebeam is up and running, ready to rock and roll. Let's go. Okay, good fire distribution there. Excellent. I'm not super worried about the enemy weapon capability. If that is a multi-barrage, 1-2, that's okay. 2 is completely fine. It's the third that is the worry. Okay, let's flak him just in the middle of there for some reason. And then let's fire it. Honestly, those misses are great. We're not even going to need to use the evasion because it's just not necessary. This is really, really good. I'm hoping that the oxygen system is going to end up getting destroyed. Great dodge there. I thought we'd play it safe just to make sure. Oxygen system is down. They've got 3 hull points. They've got 3 systems. Chances are, if we're lucky, we might just be able to see them die from the fire before anything else happens. They are committed to just staying alive now, which I find pesky, to be honest. Very pesky. Okay, one of them has died. There is 2 systems. 3 systems to go. Should we go for a targeted strike with the burst laser? Honestly, don't hate that idea. Alright, we're gonna have to dodge that. It's fine. Okay, targeted strike. Excellent! We did it! We did it. So that was a very, very tight one. A single hull point left. The shield system could have destroyed, could have destroyed itself and caused a massive pain in the backside. Okay, contact the civilian ship. Let's see what we got. Oh, man, that is brilliant. What a fantastically juicy haul, eh? Okay, let's move on to the exits, see if there's anything unique here. Our weapons are refreshed, which is super duper nice. You receive a message from a small convoy. They're looking for some military supplies, and they're offering to try and improve your reactor in exchange. Yes! I will absolutely take that. I don't use drone parts. I don't use missiles. Upgraded the reactor by 1. Honestly, very, very nice. Very, very nice. That's our extra pip for the engine room. Now, before we move on, I actually think we should seriously consider getting 1 more upgrade in the weapons. And that will take us to 3 weapons, which we can have armed and ready to go into any combat. Now, the only reason that I'm perhaps hesitating to do that is because when we jump to the next sector, there may very well be a shop. So you know what? I'm going to jump to the next sector, and I'm going to make sure that there's not a shop in sight. And then, just so that I don't flippin' debate myself, I'm going to upgrade the weapon control, and I'm going to upgrade the power bar as well. Technically, we shouldn't really need to do this, but that's fine. You know, we can toggle, but I'd much rather just have the security. Cloaking is good. I want cloaking. I really do. But you know what? Getting weapons is more important. Do I not have the I don't have... Why did I think that I had the... Okay, that's fine. We can always use the flak initially, and then swap the points out into the engine. That's not a problem whatsoever.